Commissioned into the Continental Navy in December 1775, the Providence became one of the very first vessels enlisted in the quest for our new nation's independence from England. Being sloop-rigged, she was 65 feet at her waterline, carried 12 4-pounder cannons on her decks, and was outfitted for a complement of 54, including crew and Marines. She sailed the coastal waters from the Bahamas to the Canadian provinces, capturing and destroying enemy vessels and capturing vital cargo that could be used in the war effort. In 1776, she landed the first contingent of U.S. Marines to do battle at Nassau, the Bahamas. Under the command of John Paul Jones and other naval officers, the Providence bested 40 enemy vessels before she was sunk and burned by her own crew to avoid capture during an unsuccessful expedition to Maine in 1779. Today's Providence was built in 1976 to celebrate the naval heritage of the War of Independence, and in the years that followed her launch, she served in many capacities as a living tribute to our country's maritime history. She participated in Tall Ship celebrations, and in 1992, she became the official sailing vessel of the state of Rhode Island. Then, in 2015, while hauled in a Newport, Rhode Island boatyard, the Providence was struck by a massive winter blizzard that toppled her from her jackstands and sent her crashing to the pavement below. She suffered a large breach to her starboard hull below the waterline, and the damage above and below decks was so extensive that it raised the question of whether the Providence would ever sail again. After lying in the boatyard for a number of months and a few unsuccessful attempts to revive her, the Providence was purchased by the Tall Ship Providence Foundation, a new organization that was committed to restoring her to her former glory. She would travel to Gloucester, Massachusetts under her own power for repairs to her hull, then continue to Bath, Maine for a complete restoration. When her restoration is complete, she'll sail south, where she will become a sailing classroom and an important feature on the historic waterfront of Alexandria, Virginia.